Good evening, guys. Welcome back. This is Toke's Anime Corner / Critic Corp. I am here this week to do a review on Vinland Season 2. Uh, it's just starting out. It's still, breaking in as the season goes on, as the course of the season goes on. It ain't nothing too, wild or epic going on yet. Fucking but it's a lot of character development going on, which I like. I like to see that. I like that. So I'm definitely gonna keep tuning in. It's only 6 episodes so far. Uh, so yeah, about to get into it. So we got this dude named Enar. He's he was from England, and his whole village got attacked. Pretty much, family got killed, got murked off, and he became a slave. So he got taken in by this dude named Ketel or Cattell. I don't know how to really pronounce this shit. But he fucking pretty much took him in as a slave and fucking uh put him on his farm to go to work for him. And that's where you meet, well, not meet, but re-meet fucking Thorfinn, savage ass. But he not so much of a savage anymore. He's like, a lost little soul. He lost his ways. You don't know who he is, really, which is, shocking. I mean, yeah, granted, he watched his father die. He watched Askeladd die, right in front of his eyes. All the father figures that was, part of his life, important part of his life, he watched him get murked in front of his whole own eyes. So yeah, I bet that was life changing. But yeah, he's literally like a brand new person. I don't even know who this Thorfinn is. Yeah, I mean, I know, like I said, granted, he's a little bit older now. I believe he was like 15 or so it's 15 or 17 or something like that, between that age. In season 1, at the end of season 1. Season 2, he's pretty much about to be in his 20s. He's like 19 or 20, something like that, 21. But yeah. So him and Enor pretty much become, um, you know, slave friends. Come acquainted with one another, and fucking, they just tend to, over the course of each episode, learn more and more about each other, and that really is opening up back Thorfinn's eyes, because before Enor was even, there, it was just him, and he was just a soulless ass, no non-sociable, just got his work done, went to sleep, repeat, you know, eat shit, sleep, repeat type of deal. He didn't know anything about really companionship. Uh, he was just there living, you know, living as a slave, taking orders. That's about it. Uh, so Enor pretty much, is starting to grow on him, as you would say, and make him, come out of his shell of a fucking soulless ass person that he is. And they're just, like I said, they're starting to it's a bond starting to build with them, even though Enor knows all the damage and the haunting past of Thorfinn. He's still willing to, be his friend and, be there for him and give him a helping hand as so for Thorfinn as well. Even though Thorfinn, like I said, he never really had a actual friend. His childhood was rough. His fucking teen years was rough. Now, like I said, he's a slave on a farm and don't know. He don't really know emotions anymore. He don't know how to. He don't have no emotion or feelings anymore. He's just. It's sad. It's real sad. I don't know if he's gonna actually, develop back that, you know, that he needs to get. He needs to get out of there. He needs to get the heck out of that funk and become a better, you know, better person for himself and for the sake of what his father wanted him to be, Thor's. Because if his father, Thor's, wanted him to amount to so much more, and right now he's not amounting to anything right now but a fucking slave, man. Just a fuck ass little dog. Do this, do that. Shit, eat, sleep, come here. Like, you know. But, yeah, that, as far as those two, yeah, there's a big character development going on with them. Uh, this last episode, episode 6, they finally showed the old dude, well, not the old dude, but the old master of Cattell, his father. They showed him because they showed him like a glimpse of him in episode, I believe, 3 with Snake woke up just yelling at an old man in the field, and you know, he was pretty much like, fuck you. I'm actually doing some work. I'm like Snake, lazy ass, and shit. But yeah. So the old master dude, he fucking, cause in episode 6, it started off with Enor and Thorfinn struggling to move these big ass fucking, clear up this forest full of old tree stumps and shit. And they needed horses to rip them boys, assist them in ripping them boys out of the ground. And they're slaves, so they don't really have access to a lot of things. They gotta do shit hands on with nothing but their strength. A little bit of tools, but nothing but their strength. And the old master, what is his name? Severkel. Severkel helped them get the horses that they needed by using them to get some work that he needed done around his little area of his farm house, and pretty much gave them a helping hand in order for them to make their process a little bit easier with their little slave work. And he never really, the old master, he never really he was not really open to anybody helping him. He's just the old grumpy man. So it was really interesting, they say, for him to help them out. Because even the old guard, I mean, not the old guards, but the guards that was walking around, they walked up and questioned Thorfinn and Enor questioned them about where they got them horses from. Thought they stole them, and they were like, they were shocked when he told them where they got them from. you know, because they found it hard to believe that that old grumpy master would even consider giving them a horse or talking to them for that simple fact. So it was that episode was pretty dope. It was pretty dope and opened a lot of eyes, as far as like how his relationship is with their master, which is Cattell. He fucking he doesn't want his father to fucking be alone pretty much. The old master, Sir Vical. He he wants him to, be, pretty much taken care of and not lift any finger, like, because he's so old. He doesn't want anything. He doesn't want him to strain himself or anything like that in sorts. But how old people are, stubborn and shit. They don't, they don't listen. They stuck in their old ways. So that's how that relationship is between him and his father. Fucking, it was real funny though, seeing Snake just wake up out of bed on some fiend shit, talking about, oh, you cooking without me? You thought you can get away? Like, his ass literally only waits up for the feast. Literally, it was a whole argument going on. He's shouting and yelling, and this man wakes up. The only thing that broke his sleep was a smell of a feast. Shit was hilarious. Oh, fucking. I wish I could live like that, man. He's a fool. He's a straight up fool. Classical clown. That shit's funny. But, yeah, I think this whole season, this season as a whole, is gonna really, it's a slow burner, but it's gonna pick up quick. Probably, I want to say around episode, like 4 more episodes. So episode 10. I feel like this is definitely, the pacing of it is gonna pick up, and a lot of shit's gonna go down. Cause if you just noticed, Canute, he fucking, some shit just went down with him. He had to take pretty much ownership of this kingdom, this fallen ass kingdom that don't even, they're like, soldiers are reduced, and like, it's just a pitiful ass kingdom. He had to you know, take rightful throne of. I think that was like episode 4, or no, five. I'm sorry, that was episode 5. And it was funny because Thornkill was like pretty much telling his ass like, you still ain't shit, boy. Like you think you a king, you want to be king, you'll never be, you'll never amount to what your daddy was. Like you a baby back bitch. Like, it's funny as hell. So I'm excited to see where that goes and how much he developed after Astrolite's death and all that mess. And cause like I said, Thorfinn, he's just a soulless ass man right now. So he needs to get his shit in order, most definitely. Cause like I said, I know it's still some dog in him, a hungry dog in him. Like, man, that was my boy in season 1. I'm fighting, really rooting for him to learn who he really is and develop some charisma. He needs that. He needs that back in his life. I don't know what this pitiful ass slave shit he on, but hey, it's a part of the story. So it's only bound to get better. And with that, I'm going to grade this season so far, season 2, episode 1 through 6, a outstanding A, because Like I said, I know it's about to get hot. Some heat is coming for sure. It's building. So, but that is it. That is all I have for you guys tonight. Uh, as I always say, support the corp, like and subscribe. Leave me some recommendations of some animes that you guys might, you know, you might consider a fucking just absolute fire of a fucking season. Cause I'm looking, I'm searching. I think I'm gonna do this Gundam. That's the new Gundam just came out. Witch of Mercury next week. So tune in for that.